up there.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. Let's see what we do.
Woo.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Boss and the Bear. I'm Jocelyn the Boss. And we're playing Sonic Adventure. We just finished Tails yesterday, so now we are moving on to
My boyfriend.
Knuckles.
Yes.
Bear's boyfriend, I guess.
Yeah. Because he's the bad boy.
Well, unlike
Right?
Sonic, he doesn't chuckle.
Yeah. He's dark and brooding and would probably be
was like-
no fun to actually date.
Well, that was the thing, you know, that probably still is the thing. I don't watch a whole lot of anime these days, but like, deuteragonists, like the male second in command, generally speaking, is a big old brooding ball of angst and boringness.
Yeah.
And so Knuckles is
And
that.
I love them.
He's all lonely and brooding and doesn't get along with everybody. Like,
as I
I'm
can
Vegeta.
remember, I've been living here on this dark island, always guarding the Master Emerald
He's
from
so
anything that
brooding
could harm it.
and dreamy.
I don't know why
My
I was
format,
given this
romance.
job,
Guardian.
why it was my fate. Destined to be here.
To defend my newfound friends, their hopes and dreams, to defend them from their enemies. Sorry.
Well,
Like, it literally will never end. I'm sorry, but we're going to be referencing Reboot like 3 times a week till the day we die.
Because I'm aware now of how often we were doing it without thinking about it. Like, it's just gonna be a part of like what we do. Boss and the Bear talks about Reboot because why the hell not?
Because I really like Reboot.
It was a great show, and like season 3 took like 4 years to broadcast, but hey, whatever.
Yeah. Do you know what's my favorite thing in the entire world?
What is that?
The like epilogue ending episode thing. I think it was pre-Damon. I can't remember. No?
It was, yeah,
Post
I know what
Damon?
you're talking about. It was pre-Damon. They did Modern Major General with lyrics that was about season 3. It was like a recap of season 3.
God, it was so good. Just like the opera, and they were all done by the little binomes.
Binomes is what they were
Binomes,
called.
yeah. The ones in the zeros.
You know what? I did not make that connection until I was like an adult. That's what they were.
Yeah. Right? I don't get it. Why are they all? They're all either straight up or
Like they're all like little
balls.
3 squares or they're circles.
I don't get
That's
it.
weird. That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. They're ones and zeros.
Binomials. We had
Yeah.
no idea. That was the thing. Is like it was a very clever show, and it took its
Yeah.
audience very seriously, which is something that you and I have talked about actually as like a thing that was lacking in children's media of that day.
Yeah, because back then nobody took children seriously, like in
Well, like
regards.
the cartoons of the early '90s and the late '80s were like just extended toy commercials.
Yeah.
And you know, like I don't want to shit on people who really loved, you know, Generation 1 My Little Pony or
Ooh.
G.I. Joe or Transformers.
All the
I
stuff
totally
toys.
want to shit on people who like Transformers. But I'm not gonna, because I'm a nice person.
I liked Transformers.
I did not like Transformers. I've never liked Transformers, and the movies have solidified my hatred for them.
Yeah, no,
a
the movies
lot.
are bad. Like, the movies are really bad.
But anyway, none of those were actually good shows. I'm sorry, guys. If you go and you find ways of watching them, like if you find your old VHS tapes and you rewatch that, you will see for yourself it's not good.
It's not. I'm so sorry, everybody, but it's just...
Like, the whole show was just like... It was... You know what it was? It was that old Homestar Runner bit with the cheat commandos.
Yep.
They were all like that. That was barely satire. Quick, everybody, into the action figure storage vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, all of it just selling you toys.
Also, though, I love My Little Ponies. Not like...
The old one or the new one?
There
We're
was a
gonna have
period
that
of time
conversation?
where I liked the new one. No, we're not talking
Yeah,
about that now.
okay,
We're
good.
talking about childhood. When I was little, I just really loved I was
We're
the
gonna
weird horse
open
girl.
that can of worms.
Like, there's always the weird horse girl, and that was me. I was the weird horse girl, and I chased the boys around the schoolyard and put kisses on their faces.
Right on.
That was what I did. I was the weird girl. It's just who I am. So yeah, I was really into My Little Pony because I was a weird horse girl.
That's like fine, I guess.
I guess.
Okay, over there somewhere. And like again, my purpose here is not to shit on those shows, but like they didn't take children seriously as like thinking people. They were just like proxies for their parents' wallets.
Yeah.
And so by the extension of that was that like you had all these shows that like didn't care about character development, didn't care about like, you know, if there was any like actual progression, a story worth following.
Yeah.
It was just like, hey, here's the toys that you can buy from this episode. Here's the toys you can buy from the next episode. Tune in next week to find out what toys you can buy from the next week's episode.
Oh no, Jocelyn. Hang on.
So, what?
Okay, but like, how great would Reboot toys be, though?
There were Reboot toys. They
I
were
know
also hard to find.
Yeah, because...
Like, Reboot merch was just, in general, not... Ah, damn it.
But like, oh man, can you imagine having action figures of like young Andrea and old Andrea and Mouse and Dot and like Firewall Dot when she finally got 2 boobs? Yes. Yes. Firewall in general is just like great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to like be up here, but I can't. Maybe there's a ceiling there and I'm just too dumb to consider. Maybe you'll tell me. Nope.
Nope.
All right, let's keep looking.
Swag. Swag.
Boy, these levels are kind of boring. Oh, I think I saw it. I saw it.
What?
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 Oh god. I'm pretty sure it's up here. Anyway, as I was saying, we were having this conversation as to why like anime got really popular at around a certain time of our lives, and I really think that that's part of it, is that like
because anime,
even children's anime, which is not necessarily good, it does pay more attention to like characters and plots and
which things that make media
things that
engaging.
make stories good and fun to consume.
Yeah.
And so that's probably why there was like a huge weeb movement. Ah, Jesus Christ, I didn't even see where it went.
Weeb movement.
Well, you know what I mean. There was like
true.
a high percentage of weebs that came out of that era.
Me. Like, literally, I am the epitome of weebs that came out of the 90s, like, and early 2000s.
Oh my god, my throat is so dry. Anyway. And, yeah. So, Japanese, and Reboot, again, was a show that kind of took its audience seriously and respected that, you know, kids maybe actually want a story that's worth a damn.
Funny thing about Reboot is I was talking to my mom one day, like a few years ago, just we were having a conversation, and she was like, we were talking about like cartoons and all that shenanigans, and she was like, what was that show? Oh god, I loved that show where they all had like the green and blue skin and it was all 3D. Yeah, you didn't like that show when I first showed it to you, but I made you watch it because I like to watch it. That's how good Reboot was, is that I didn't watch it because I enjoyed it at first.
Good enough.
My mom really loved Reboot. That's why I watched it.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it like
I just remember the first
sci-fi
time I
thing.
saw it and seeing like the 3D environments and just being like, whoa! I had like no idea you could even like create some kind of madness like that inside of anything.
Remember like the water? Like how water looked in it?
It was not great by today's water effect standards.
No, but they kind of like really leaned into the shittiness of water effects by making water not really water, you know? How it looked like this weird electrified like plasma shit. I don't know how to describe it, but it looked really cool.
No, I follow. I getcha.
Yeah.
But yeah. My mom would never have done that with any show. My mom doesn't consume media like at all.
Really?
She listens to the radio, and I think that's kind of ideal for her because she's and I get this from her, so I understand how this works. By the way, if you're listening, if you're watching, love you, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
But you know that this is true as much as I do. Whenever she's watching TV, she's always doing something with her hands, and that usually equates to missing a lot of whatever it is that she's watching. And if someone talks to her about it, she'll be like, oh, well, you're going to have to rewind so I can see like what just happened because I totally missed it because I've been too engaged in this other thing. And so it's super frustrating. So like my mom would never have done that, and she would never like have
mom, I feel
recommended shows to me. She would just be more like, as long as the show is suitable for me to watch, and that was good enough.
Yeah. We're gonna learn some fun facts about Bear's mom. So for almost the entirety of my life and childhood, the only things that my mother would watch were Star Wars and The Matrix. Like, that's it. Like, literally it. Like, every night my mom would come home and make herself a drinky poo and sit down on the couch and then decide which Star Wars movie she wants to watch.
Interesting.
Yeah, like our favorite inside joke is we were like watching Star Wars, and my mom was like, you know what, you should put a Star Wars quote on my headstone. And my mom's favorite Star Wars movie is The Phantom Menace. Yes,
Oh,
I know.
no.
Hush. So I told her that what the quote I was gonna put on her grave is, "Maybe we saw being friends." With like the complete, like translator, like transcribed.
BLBLRRRBLBLRRR.
Like asterisk spittle flying asterisk. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much all my mom would watch was like sci-fi stuff. So Reboot kind of tickled her fancy for like the 6 months where she decided to not watch Star Wars for a little while.
My mom digs Star Trek, but again, like, to the extent that she can.
Yeah.
Which isn't much. Oh my god. Yeah, I think there's one on top of the lion's head here, maybe?
Oh,
there you are. Aha.
Right. It's like
It's in a
hot
different
cold
place
thing.
every time.
Ugh.
And so, like, you can't just, like, do this fast.
You're hot, then you're cold.
Ugh.
Yes, then you're no.
Well, the other day we were talking about women's media that people love to shit on. Pop stars.
Yeah.
Katy Perry and the others. But I will say, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but did you know that California Girls and TikTok by Kesha are the exact same song? There it is.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
For you viewers at home, it's a fun little experiment that you can do. See if you can find a karaoke track for one of those other songs, and then look up the lyrics to the other version of that and find out that it actually syncs up perfectly. Right down to the timing of the rap breakdown.
Oh my god, for real?
Because they both have those rap breakdowns, because why wouldn't they?
Of course. Oh my god.
So now this is Knuckles' first trip into the past.
Whoa, Knuckles is on a trip, man.
I'm just gonna, like, let you languish in
Where
that
in the
terrible
world am
joke.
I?
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I love you, but wasn't one of your best.
I don't remember
That was
being
kind of the
here
point.
before.
That was one of the
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah,
So bad.
yeah.
That's you get it?
Bad
You get
jokes.
it?
That's
bad.
That's
It's
funny.
familiar.
No, I do bad jokes on purpose because it's funny.
I'm sorry. I'm
because
putting
it's
you on
bad
the spot. I'm
jokes,
making it
totally.
worse by, like,
No.
just being like,
Strange.
that was a bad joke, Bear.
Hey, Bear, you suck at
Fuck
everything.
you.
Shut up. Never speak again.
No.
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 I can never do this show without you.
Senpai.
Senpai. God.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
What are we doing? Where are we? What are we?
Here we go. I just have
Oh.
to find the cutscene trigger.
The trigger, right? The Iblis trigger?
No, the cutscene trigger. You know, like, for someone who hates Sonic 06 as much as you do. But whatever.
I definitely watched my lads,
Pajama Cat.
my two lads play it. You know, the guys that I like to watch.
Game
Well,
Grumps.
It's Game Grumps. We like it. Did you know we like Game Grumps, guys? We watch Game
That's the other
Grumps.
thing. We, like, bring that up at least once per recording session as well.
So Homestuck, Game Grumps,
And Reboot. That's just, like, that's us, apparently.
Yeah.
And being gay. Bring up gay stuff all the time, but, like, that's more of an on-brand thing.
Yeah. It's like
It's your babe.
it's kind of it's more ephemeral, you know. It's
Well,
just like
it's essential.
throughout, you know, just like sprinkled in throughout
Now
its
where am
flavoring.
Well, it's the thing, right? Like, everyone kind of goes through these phases,
Back in
I
Station
find.
Square, I see.
I used to be, like, kind of in
What's
charge
going
of a
on here
volunteer
anyway?
outreach program for LGBT youth and stuff. And I would always find, like, when a person first comes out, they experience what I like to call the spike. And the spike is when you first kind of are willing to... Okay.
Is Sonic just like sitting there crying?
Doing okay there, guys?
I wonder what those guys are doing.
That's
He's
a very good question.
like practically standing on Sonic's like jittering feet. I wonder what these guys are doing.
I'm gonna be the most mature individual in the world right now.
Please tell me you're gonna make it look like they're doing
I
something.
can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder what those guys are doing.
Guys, it looks like his head is it's a bunch of
Anyway, moving right along. So the spike. Oh shit! I guess we're gonna have to tell this story on the next episode. So until next time, I'm Jocelyn the Boss, and she's the bear. See you next time. Bye.